Is he doing better? Managing the economy better? And
Obi Obeka so anya de bia no oboa o ya de pa because figures in the actually. Figures in the actually. I said, but yeah, now we can put it into perspective. I mean, can say, Minia, me papa, I just want for your papa, you for where you did. More for a word than a cuckoo. No funny than now you mean. She cannot cry, I know the or good or there, now young guy. And I mean, I'm a good idea. I mean, I bant him, I process you, as I for I process you, or how process you, there, she kind of a to be not lecturer. Misika makepia 3 days nasa na makotu we na me sha se nidi timi ko ene dem ma ye busu afia na nye mamu ye buogu se me sini foforo kwanza na mo fa ye ni aye bantima efie dada ye siwe makopenti ho on se obi a be praise me, but you can't also blame the father. I mean that man, yeah, or this kind of go wa beto a odi yi se kind of reactor anya science share no wanya debt restructuring crowd ana ye kan 60 billion no e course no ye fa bi nche ye na sa abre no ye pia stop ye say me say since 2003 ye pia stop ye debt stop no ye pia bio this is 2027 and ade ba ko Ghana e haya e di nya panji ye sika na ye je ye di mo over 30% de ye di kotuaka na we say ye na apart from say wutia coupon raise ni ade no untia stocker. That economy is inherit here. Atu is lucky. Atu is forcing, but he is lucky. We have to put it into that context. And
honest to the judge and everybody, everybody who is in support of maybe other Bruni. And in all fairness, judge and try as much as possible. Sanka. I could just say, "Wa binya marriage certificate no diaba." Is if you are many who can say, "One, yama weti phone tea." Didn't ye. But there's no marriage certificate anywhere. I'm telling you on authority. Court document no more coin. Oman fa marriage certificate biama. Do you get it? What they brought no? To say one casa where to try screenshot to be in as if for na phone so. What me I say? No crown, no crown scan copies now or more buy no. That two different things all together. And yes, certificate no, but document nanka beboa mono. What I say? Nipa no signing say okay, grapho me anyway or my or Germany no. Say you could film internal signature. After 1 month, you have more opportunities so I'm for original document. Almost the similar thing by I know so any coffee mintana was sign you. Aha, wow, this one Emmanuel Mensa. Tina just was say was no cra. Oh, and judge and case. So they would coffee mintana buy, and I Emmanuel Mensa and Abawa say was no crana. I have scan copies. What me I say? Because a memory will be able to me a call internet no so no I have Photoshop. Wadanda document ni we ni say. What the fun say Photoshopokrana. Me mama opportunity. And some more notarization. Do you get it? Even though moon ni marriage certificate no. But kakrana mwenya bano. Kame mama akwenya. Wow. Say emra no. Enya Ghana nkwa all over the world. So what the document be across one country. Even original no cry no. You still have to notarize it. Yes, Oma endorse the amount. Now be proper document or the other way. Our lawyers in name. Wow. And the judge no said that more 1 month to say, oh, even some marriage certificate no cry na muni bia. Muni original no cry na. Bit and pieces now more. Munko yes notarization no and famra and also amba. It's if you had done to send an hour church mono. Where legal matters, amount for and legal matters as it. And so they use emotions and sentiment, and then they will be insulting everybody anyhow. Me we are minimum say a copy of the document. I think to be fair, in fatu okay FM page, you know. And our platform is now yes, just put it there. And our story, fair story, I obey for judgment. No, eto. Now, fans say, oh, US, UK, and Germany in particular, and Canada.
I think I can do that.
Obia ready judgment.
What African countries, no, or efficiency, ne, or my sanity. I led the Ghana team. South Africa, Kenya, money at the we were second. Africa, the present day Ghana service data and I really understand quite on calculate CPI, consumer price index, calculating we see na politicians not tie mistake bia and bia mene mofidi ba kon adom fm almost says almost frame interview about this same issue. The same inflation are dropping. The bimuso could do master la nema boy cost no credit. Problem kakra. Inflation are dropping no credit. And the nema boy cost you no credit. Inflation drop here. And chira say nema boy. Asemi makan wo fidies waka because the baby now Ghana. The bow studio crowd the camera amount for Jim attempts. Atima, you 7.6.
Yeah.
Na mebeka it's not in our enya no kre ukodom na nema ekosoro me say na no me ni onua fm no anopa na it was about Ghana your debt ya ekofo me na me ka say your debt for your debt restructuring your debt at the end of 2021 na 60 billion where your debt restructuring no all be no at the end of December na ekana ye twam 11 billion near the ache now o de car miniaba se ma bebo obosia 10 cedis e de be ma e kan so ate either say wo de acha me ana se matua ka no mebo a enye sa nete aba fufura aba ontua aka no bi na se ka no kofo ma ho na ma aka no kofo enye nhye ye de e ka no cheye in fact by April na because of that restructuring you know na ka no almost about 16 billion because March after say
it is hard debt restructuring na Ghana and it was good.
It was good. Also, me the data na bro. We should see how we go. We last table na. Obetimi come obi a project. Last table no. Won say e kan wo ho. Ni nyina ka na ama economy no. Yadu ba bia yadu yo. Won say e kan wo ho. Last table 2021 obaka say 60,000. Who say a million. Patrol in millions. To cause 60,000 that is they are talking about what? 60 billion. What I say? 60 billion. Yeah,
okay, 60 billion. Okay, yeah.
From 2021, the last.
Okay, I would about 15, about 12,000 or 12 billion. On the chair, because it reduced from 60 billion to 48 billion.
No, 49.3. The last
49.3. Okay.
Also, who read it, sir? Adena, you are to force you, and the present is our document way. Emma Parliament 28 March big push now once already because Ghana ya come a conform because of Eurobond debt restructuring what are we out so we are sir and trying to good table na
yeah okay
once because debt not conform because of what Eurobond debt restructuring also go eti enura me say me chira kai mu no me to Milika at this data we call Unia TV studio because I mean your meeting or cantonment. I drove there to show it to the panelists. Oh, we can't be a judging at first by no macaba. I'm sorry, only a debt restructuring. And you know you born near the cap 13.1 billion. Before you are and you had only 4.7 billion chair. And Yakan in the Diachayana as some phobia I had a man economy and they say. A Canada 3 months be a tiaka because of that restructuring into
yeah.
But you postponed the Katiano until
2027.
Yes, yen tiaka 2027 the house tiaka.
Until the good thing for Ghana economies at least it says it can be a benya retain you to be back from the
same that come and give a problem. Answer one put two these things into context. Now Moutimia of the baby said now oh yeah too much. If we do 2027 we no problem. But 2027 About 2027. Next set, Ukotiaka Bank of Ghana. June come the $800 million na egu. Sometimes the Bank of Ghana only tia ekama Ghana. Says can only kotiaka one timi fa entungu say or the bossy the guba.
Okay. Okay.
So what? Yes, I will prepare Ghanaian. Ghana 40 na ya no kra. Sata masidi no apeke strength 10th April. Now $1 40 cedis 90 pesos.
See the exchange rate, no. Sasaka ni biom prof. Sasaka ni biom.
10th April. Now you 40 cedis 90 pesos. And now we did $490 million at Tugum. Or Tugum, no.
I want to yes, I buy for president, Mama buy no yes or Tugum.
No, yes, I said BOG. Or about $2. Dollars no akufa do kono. Omuja 9.98 billion US dollars. As a 2 million. Na 9 billion and omuja. The results is sikawo. Ana last year last year when now your budget in your budget statement no. It was 9.98. Sorry, 8.98. Eka 2 million na 9 billion dollars. And omuja no results. Ana yene IMF program into January, my 360 million. June, my 360 million. It's like over 720 million.
Out of 3 billion loan now IMF they my no. And
exactly. Buy over 700 million. Nina beka almost 9 billion. No. Nina can last year Tony Coco. Nancy 1.6 billion cocoa last year they buy. Nina beka until I originally gold prices. I hit the highest in recent days. Gold born cost. Yeah. I'm gold inflows no. Merchandise gold inflows no. And so cost because gold quantity in cost. Prices global in cost. Now the meaning about Sanima we are and tantra down. It is a 1 year. As I would this as you cannot too. And when I am be a can you see be a Bank of Ghana, the oil no or $1 no call 10 on you see be a bonnet. Or one call 10 in America already. A Boama petrol work off from a my petrol work off from no and look at be pana and now inflation that day. Attack of from say petrol ball from
that be problem. I mean, was I say just to stabilize the city, no. I buy for free this $9.98 billion. You can't give it to me there. She can't give it to me to be a ato the no.
I don't know about you. I'm finding you.
Yeah, I mean, I said about 4 billion stabilizing.
I said all the more than that. I said we hit almost 5 billion. What I don't know. Yeah, they are stabilizing. I auction. I said all the control city. Or the what is be a okotugu or the akoto city. And I'm $1 net value net
okay.
So what I say. And then the man we any bar for because TV3 after the cancer why only after the cancer program. Because cancer say we come here kumi. Sometimes na minua Martin Gebu our program also. Dr. Joe Jackson and Professor Khalid on the economic spokesperson for vice president. Hey, I don't know. Fire of
no, IMF can't confirm it. I send I know me. Say IMF and government. Some government yes I be.
But Satam na me make us asem na of IMF nyama. Na World Bank nyama. Ti me kai no. Omo Professor Khalid di contested. Say enya no kre na a fiscal consolidation. And na na basa. Omo nyina kan na in fact you president Mahama Krabbe say I don't blame him. That's the advice they gave him.
I don't want to blame Antakosia Sawa lawyer not too much, but it just a marginal be said, yeah, a lawyer for and to me and see to the proper tendering of a documentation. I trust there was a civil marriage before whatever purported customary marriage happened with Odobroni in 2010. It baffles me. Let's just say, Juma Ben, a lawyer for no AMA, Antiakosia Sewano. I mean, what kind of is this? Like, and to say appeal no more, a different part of Mukaku so they appeal. Because bear in mind, when you are going for appeal, there are certain rules that most of the time you cannot tender in new evidence. And he says, you know, just as a mama, meaning says if from and then go for also na team legal wife na team side chick. Is that the level of moral decadence yeah experience we Ghana to say obi kotina obi kunu so on na wo so on na ye den you obi kunu obi kunu. It is as simple as that. I know that any idea about quite hammy. I say it's not it's not even just about the legal aspect. It's just the level of moral. I'm not saying so. Odobro ni at another Lumba. Say or share no cry as the next cry. She deserves a lot.
But you are saying that does not transform and transmogrify her into a wife.
Exactly. Woman. It deserve whatever you deserve. Say what's say the man, you deserve it. But my young so way so because we are setting a very very bad precedent. Now make sure more TV so more so and yama way so both say na or the brunina bre and my mini desert the Lumba. Let's talk about some technicalities. That the Lumba now more domicile and here you want it. Let's not forget say he was a German citizen. And then the sorry it too free or more.
A bare minimum, no, Johnny.
Bare minimum. I'm many desertino, and my men say only obi at nase our butcher, our cramians. I'm what they say a idea that form. And cramians into go on Jan and Manu not on made that Lumba also Barbie show who are and they music career. Then people are blaming the woman for not following him to Ghana. I brought a mortgage or one man was so sure. That sometimes when I think about it, it baffles me. It's just that people don't understand the intensity of being a married woman. It's very sad. Anything I ABS my emotion like a crowd, but but I'm not even so much concerned about like the legalities and the stuff. It's just the moral and like yes, although Brony, what's another the Lumba Hawaii idea. They may was here the mouth, they was here the mouth, but only here. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Let us stop glorifying the unglorifiable. My papa Bishop Wilson sir, episode or can I said. And the book has an example of use in the asset for at for money. I don't see the source of more trouble. Basically, that's the point that he was trying to make. Say yeah, ye promote sa nema. And it is to say, what is the point of our year? I didn't know what's a baby bread, not only obi a built me two way, na me any mabrana makunya. Political position we organ my continent how my coffee a side chick.
Yeah.
Say, I mean, look at this.
Appeal, as it is now, appeal,
it's very shaky, in my opinion. I don't see how they are able to. I mean, who knows? I mean, but there are exceptions. There are exceptions to the rules that you cannot tender in new evidence if it's like very material. And it was something that could not, and maybe I used to the excuse of the time limit of the case. No, I do
think that maybe before a judgment, no, judge ni read the judgment. Like I was a lawyer, no, file some motion before more time.
Just nothing against Ebia or Dobroni, so Ebia entitled to be Daddy Lumba there. Let me just make that very, very clear off the back. Because Senka Okofa made crying a better than in chain for all of these years. No what's not in chain and then that's not a henwa. Only
just media so live on OK 101.7 FM. So and I go back to that Lumba case because we can be there. Busianfona Gio Mudian Kasa. And a war who near my baby because a year finally. Ebusapeni, I don't know why your mama a dear Ebusapeni to pack. Really, I don't know where that comes from. But I think Papa also is enjoying a friend saying that also say, oh mama no Ebusapeni to pack. And I think some way, somehow he's also enjoying that. Really, he doesn't mind. But serious, Nipa Baku, a year baby. So now, said yeah, a year penny. mami akosia say wa ma ya te ase no muso be ye o ma yie. But this a year way crisscrossing across a year because for the first time, despite the controversy in him say year we are caught ba. Ama the positive aspect a woman because generally monsoon in it was needless. And can say when come to me a candy, but a good monsoon saying so a ma lawyer for Yeska. It's a some monsoon so aba. But I think that the issue now is that for the first time we saw that Lumba mano. Even though a year we now confess so much jayabo abusian penny so, but we saw for the first time abusian penny a year crown confess a abusian penny a year crown. We still saw that Lumba mano a year we say. And I saw a video that Lumba bema penny no aqua share a odobro ne mame ketwa. And I have fancy ne mame crack. And tears on so ne mame no I can't memuno. O maame nia eye o maame kra eye o maame so nti no ne maame ketewa ne odobro ni awakohia no. For me that was a beautiful emergence because yempo right now the position of the court is that odobro ni yere simplicity wow the cock friend side chick o de opa betimi a friend side chick till that kingdom come say the Jude no because Jude lawyer Jude in the position he say ono de he feels that said the odobroni empna and there should be no reason why a was odobroni to me graduate just because the court says so. That is his position. But if we take the judgment of the court, odobroni ye mame akosia say wa yere nto ema mienu and omo worry that Lumba. But ye nyina said this case I medru hanu without a battle. And I cannot side with them. I mean, Akosia say wakakra because you see, she is the victim. This whole issue, young when nyama odobroni su ye agreed. Say also jaina odobroni su ye but you see, it doesn't change the fact that only that Lumba tnache. First and foremost, that Lumba, the making of that Lumba, no, this woman is the originator of the making of that Lumba. You can't change the fact, and that is why I feel that. And then program here be so when tie hwe kra mfrimu a fa afuto we tu tirim oni oba bi atena na onim se mu mienu ma ye japade abom oni ba ma bi atena onim se mu mienu ma ye japade abom se usika kan until be very careful about say way because Supreme Court judge kese ba ko a oye in fact the cases they are precedent in most of the Supreme Court decisions just doche Supreme Court wa Ghana nya kandada say se oba ne be matena be ma ne oba tena se awarefo tie se awarefo na omoye agapade bomu a Ghana de no your constitution de ahyem be ontia se kobusa constitution no constitution say there's a presumption emra na fa ne se eyemumi enu modia se usika ka ho se usika nka because usika nka ho a won de nka ho usika nka ho a wona wo hwe enkola wo fie ntie no e wa ho de no usika nka ho a wona uma be ma ni peace of mind and odi sua de ye adwuma ma onya promotion wom e ma odi ye se japade nti emra ne se ye wo substantial contribution ene ye adwuma wa ye aduane a wo no ene e ma wo sie be ma ne baba na aduane aben hyehyehye oni aduane ade ache so wona ahwe nkora no ma ni peace of mind wona oboa no kwa adwuma kwa bi wona ato ne shirt efie wona ahwe te efie clean a wo di nachi no mo be fia no mo be fia toilet you clean, kitchen you clean, bedroom you clean, aduane open odi bra yi kra wari ye hu se why fresh, why thick, papa thick, why come ni nyina justice don't say a substantial contribution na se wo san go a step further na se odu sika ka ho a justice don't say no say then financial contribution to enema mienu enti woni be matena woni oba atena se wo ye be ma so na woni oba ate oba no wo kan shi oba no aboso kan oba no wo makola otonade and uhu no ni hwe uhu no kra bia na oba no tabletop and ane na ye adwuma saa na o peace of mind oba ne ba ayase common de no oba ne ba onya de o massage ni feet oba ne ba ideas business kan ka kofa China ne ma be kan wan ka kofa Dubai ba kwa wona wo ma oba ne saa adwene no eye wo so be ma no o substantial contribution so wo kwaji loan de boa oba na no so ye wo de financial contribution into whichever way no Ghana mra ne say Only bear mats now, no bat now. Who dear wom substantial contribution, who dear wom financial contribution. Tianta my miss ewa. Me say when sua recruit lesson from Auntie Mammy say one say. Only bear man no bat now. And try money penny whoa tom. Auntie Mammy say waka so be that number 20 a year friend saying 18 no. And that Lumba said answer so. And my mother say family home. And my mother the court no sue that Lumba here and katai for dan kabeja mamma no. Kebia is the one the crank kebasa jama man kabana kamameno or ya did that Lumba companies bear 3 amano. Ya did a dime bear 4 amano. This is what a man see. This is an article that was written by one big lawyer and a Supreme Court judge Biswa can say. And beya and try money panning because that Lumba way a lawyer question I ready. That Lumba way so anya way like the intercessor succession law and a better than Japadiano. Now say the law no so no. Say see a court aka say man me enu nyina ye yere no na say de we benya no sa na we su benya because intercessor succession law ne say a man mukunu team matrimonial home. Yes, you said that Lumba be when matrimonial home ni East Legon. And Auntie Mammy say was so bad, baby on any tier Taifa. In Java say, Nimi and a matrimonial home. That is a matrimonial home, so yeah, better back one Auntie Mammy say or back one more double. That is unfair. That is unfair to Auntie Mammy say because on there or the Nisika said that Lumba mu and son of that Lumba be Lumba. On cross we was why not church or dobroni. What you say? Ain't and try money penny who soon bra or tinkum. And no any panny because of sick and come or between not chairman not to say that. What you say? Nipano cannot hide. Or say Japadia or any media no the question name Mammy Dimo. And who bet me prove it or boy a Japadia and Mammy dia. Was said I know their question Mammy Dimo. Ain't therefore court no interest obey tracing. Because I only will hear Japadia. Now the question people for the man, Ghana law, so my own crime, court procedures. No, all I bet to make a say quiet tracing. Yakoba, she cannot be free now the toss. I dine out the uncle mamma, no. And I already stand one man, Medino. If we accounts, I don't know yet. We are Jumaguma cotton bones or more. A Jumana, oh no, no, the matrimonial arrears, matrimonial resources, financial Sikana when you're now person to come about for court betting and bear in train, many penny woo. Where ya mammy or dobro need that lumber to me at Trinity. But it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. And young to one seven and there was here to make an seven star baby. Young caller a question or question, Mamma, good evening, Aquabaso.
So bigger boss. I hope so. We be able to.
I do my canon pipe where you're and Pajo's way.
Yamiaduma, you go soon, Kakranka. Here, it's here for near the phone.
Yo, Omojo so power, himself, oh, now. I said, what do most to go in the time away investing in teaching people? No, yeah, that's a pa, yeah, that's we appreciate you, pa.
Yes, madam.
A year no, I say, I call me, no, because you won't say, Bush penny, and a court I cast on night a year, a fruny and why a year. But you won't say, Oba, a year penny, Mammy, I could say, one massy, and it is almost we have heard this almost maybe on my year. And you must penny a year where you legal, or quite so a year with. And now, a penny unlawful a year.
You, Mr. Star, for the last week, you know, because I see, I know, my call with Kushia say what side. This year, I may Casama bullet. Maybe Casama auntie, Kushia say. And Bible say we should make peace. Yeah, enemies in I might them for more than for. You see, but jokes aside, you know, may call auntie say what side because Martinez here, your analysis say we say no. Ghana for ni bino, and I echo my meno echo in social. What me I say? My men ankasa by nature, no, or a calm person. And I don't think say that the Lumba tiasia, enko ono ankasa the nepe ebeye ni aye kosui. And ono also personally, no, on said I'm buy out. The only time I buy out, no, was the first appearance was 1 week celebration. The whole world saw her as a very peaceful and calm person. Oba so no ni odobro ni jelly. All the evidence point to the fact that Mameno is a very peaceful woman. Oh, ocean and money very peaceful. In the heat of the whole thing, no, the money buy out. Ebeka said no. Say obi de mama di kokot ni we kura omo nkwala no they will not be part of these court processes anyway. Anti-fear, sana me pese, anti-akusha sewa, this time. On this associating from Papa Shi ne Nasinia, Omakwaji omo fight, Omakwaji omo fight, omo use on any din at the eye. It's not fair. And then be more fair, and almost a lawyer. Mammy, I almost ya pass and mammy into me amba finra ibi. They say, I the fault. Papa Shima for the fight. And they share my yeah, and that the Lumba necessary. Wahoo. Omumi no na akwaji fight. And I chinchina omu use my mini. Wahoo. Eddie create unnecessary enemies, Eddie Amano. Ono by nature, no, a very peaceful woman. Entina na ye na ye bompire said, court your mokwe. Ma court name kwa ye mistake. Say or disqualify omumu bako. Near piane asumbi, utimi say. So that moving forward, nkwalano krano me fan say you know at least omo abobra kakra. Omuti omo say they can pull themselves together. But most certain said divisions na. As a psychologist, it will have a very difficult to psychologically, emotionally on the children. Today, the papa same kwalano. This papa she we mo fight, ended you mumu. In terminal now they came public. Almost they don't want to be part of any court. They stand for peace. And true, yeah, nano. From day one up to now, Otto Bruni was also calm. Just as Antia Kosia was also calm. Antim Crawford pushy, even a day to Finra no crana. Now, Omo pursue court. May come baby, Kwame Nkrumah no you should tell me. Your friend Kukuditis, ways and means. Well, Nkrumah, or a hard guy fucking Kwame Nkrumah now when it's a mafia chiobia. Now, the terminology, sorry, fancy. The terminology in the mafanti, the terminology in Kukuditis. Way for no. Court, court, na sa uko lusu, uji wenim na uko lusu case. True kukudisi means, yet me ko file na ye use bimo, edin de ashe. I can tell you on authority, say, omo de omwenim ko kumasi court. Omo no mo shechiri, wow, and omo pimpia, other family members, so omo ko Accra court in Kwajin Junction here. Oh yes, sir. Just say
the same people, no,
the same people, the same people, no, the same people, no, because no moon tiasi say Yebeka say grapho me no na no another thing so now allow you to pack and then you just say can house and some or allow you to crack allow you to pack and why you're waiting you get it a hundred pass it. Court na rule so omunkoye kuna mienu ni ankoye kuna na allow to park na ye we asibe hu say allow to park e wini over them ne nko ade and ombesa koje junction foforo oh yes na at the end of the day na chesa that the Lumba na wabo otrimu bo paye say ubeku na enim ase you get it and say ankoye say ye mununti ene mo say bibia mo condemn bibia. But the question too is that, see, I pay your body language near the Wayama division Yabamuno, Team A, Team B. How will you also have your peace of mind to even go and think of any funeral next year?
Yeah, but before you do funeral next year, no, Council, you just say, a year way in Nankasa, people have made reference to say, generally, what should I we are? That Lumba Nkasani and Dini, do you agree? Say, on in and Dini, Besini womb, on in and Dini.
Auntie Akosa, I beg to differ. I beg to, you see, there are sometimes, many women play the devil's advocate, and then as judges.
Okay.
Yeah, yet in in our previous discussion, say that the Lumba na can ask them, phone tears a weekly only one bet me about the yes, one-sided way allegation there.
Or patano cry.
Exactly. And Daddy Lumba side of the story. We are making a very big mistake. Anybody who will come openly to blame Daddy Lumba, no, nipa na anya ade. We are human beings. Daddy Lumba, Anthony Eka say, onya kolasa. Onya kolasa. And on some other platform, Ejina Kase, for you know, no, Daddy Lumba was giving maximum respect to Auntie Akosia. He never came public to say anything bad about Auntie Akosia. Yet in Onuankasa in the amber years, the ending part no who said, Nyame be friend akono. Ose no man yes adi we na me fi wi ase na man for ye no. They will continue and be saying negative things about Auntie Akosia. Me that Lumba, my soul will never rest. So let me come public and let the whole world know say na mu ya say mode sumbo bo Auntie Akosia so no poison me no. Are you getting it? And tisa, yes, and you know, Cressa, Auntie Akosia, whoever a man paying away Johnny on an entry for 17 years and now still over public. Now about acknowledge the person. Disregarding exactly. Into a that the Lumba Fima own to me in a no more bonus. I don't really understand them. And if you be a men's more, Sisia, they are men listening to your show. And then a Sunday. Baby, sorry, Ghana for baby, sorry. I can say on authority, say Christian be ATM, Muslim be soon ATM. Or you're in a mouth of you. And so our side chick will be bit and then Obi cry wow, Eddie see, ne wife, near the end in Yahweh. It's also bother the Lumba and then say that the Lumba were wanyade. Meanwhile, we are human beings. There are more people who even openly disrespected their first wives and went in for different wives. And if you are not so young, can I say? Okay. But that Lumba, yanti wana no that. So about public. Abekasa mene Akosia se wa yejai. Oye mi say. Yanti enfina no that. Meanwhile, anyoma so shenemu. Anyoma shenemu. Me who any normal person. Obekasa ne yira odono. Na we jan wako for be fufuro.
Okay, but Kase, this is the reason why I'm on for Kase. And on the basis of why they are okay, and the court should have adjudged Yamamia Kocha Sewa, so no, a year kind, no dobro need.
It can never be so. And that is what I'm saying, sir. We can't say that the Lumba only answer. I get to my point. Wako wale fufuro. Auntie Akosia was aware for so many years said that the Lumba wale fufuro. The family now were aware said that the Lumba wale fufuro. So why did she not confront that the Lumba and fight that the Lumba while he was alive? Why are you coming to fight a dead person now? And that is what I'm saying, sir. Fight no more canon. Auntie Akosia by herself will never fight that the Lumba. And Crawford Neshe, now could you fight? You know, more train Auntie Akosia boom. I see so more and a fight Auntie Akosia, but it is never so. Okay. I'm praying, sir. And run no more funeral and then no more. It is my humble plea and prayer, sir. City Monday airport, Auntie Akosia and Cassandra public. No make us say, Papa, she ne Lumba sister. No, my dear, well,
looking very unlikely. But like I say, I'm
not nothing bitter. Again,
but also,
what I'll say,
but we was him now.
Hello. I line a cat here.
I got it.
So, Auntie Akosia by herself, no, I'm not sure, says she will be doing this. And publicly, we haven't seen her involving herself in some of this. There's been occasions that people who seek to represent you, to be your mouthpiece, will go public and say things that you say. Ordinarily, no, unya willing, but Omako cash no. Meanwhile, a more personal fights between themselves and whoever they see as an enemy. In this particular instance, allowed to pack and a common enemy. We shouldn't be so. You should have neglected all the negatives coming from Alaji Tupac and then look at the bigger picture, which is that the Lumba. Alaji Tupac has nothing to lose. Absolutely. He has nothing to lose. And I
But
also man
are they right when they say that or no?
He has never created any confusion. Let me educate the public. From the word go, no, he united everybody. He called everybody to attend meetings. To the extent said, those who were not even in Ghana, he asked that they brought people to represent them. And that is why Papa Shi Mone Nasifo Inano, even though they were not family members, he entertained them. What do you say? The problem came in when they went to court. Obuko court. Now one look at it. Nipana
given that Busia Penny to Park Croyan, a yene bath, a sassy fresh crowd say, Yeni Modobroni, Yeni Makosia say wape. Then just a few months later, no, I had 360 degree, a rotation. After those, Odobroni, Yenimno. Akosia say what they were Yenu Pregu. And giving the evidence, I was a penny to Park Croya, Sankoma, or court and say, is he credible? The same person who said Odobroni Yenimno. No, I said, could you not call to say, I am a menocard or then by a good sour, or you're credible, Anna.
With that statement, let me give you the background. What actually happened is that he didn't only say that concerning Odobroni Yenimno. Now, a personal fighter also beginning, all picking against that Lumba. Onwa to Nenu Meka say on that Lumba were issues. Do you get it? And we are saying no. One say when you be personal issues are the very person or you're very close to you, to the your enemy, becomes your enemy automatically. Do you get it? Now on that Lumba, there were issues. I allowed you to pack yes, Onwa can publicly.
Okay.
Yes, or can publicly. Nada the Lumba and Chemano. Emma Bimukra said, Sena Chemawa, and the other end I feel the webby say obey any funeral. You get it. But I think, sir, by tradition and by custom, they spoke to him, say, Bushampay, one hour Bushampay. So one bam a bois. Oh, funeral the basa. Into the one that the Lumba problem or who need problem. Won't forget it. Namuya United. And one also G2. And that is why he made a U-turn. When he was fighting that the Lumba saw on in the final, all cast on that the Lumba in your final, and all Opun and you said, only more double new baby. Do you get it?
Okay.
Aha. And then they're not Lumba so quiet, and I mean fighting a wife now. And there's no way anybody can tell me, said, I was champagne no more double new, only the past, or not Ghana hand on also. But it was share no more kind, Bibia Toye. And that is why I was personally happy, said the family had been united, everything was moving on smoothly. Until Eberto just said, yes, a year no more by there, and you hear wife about Puppet. And I mean him, Auntie Akosia say, oh, by Ghana, no, meaning what actually happened. Say, Okotia Bimona, so said, then anyway, you. And it was a pay coach, a cop fast selection said, and your Dobroni. In a war, on the enemy, don't know by your punano. Aha, Omo who can. Nanka so who can say, wives me about 1 week celebration. Omo so may you
okay.
Aha, and all quiet say, oh, quiet ye. Now, no nanka so almost share, no omotenefi, no mocano cucuum. And I know so nanti queer ne lawyer say. Almost all man any fearsome, no what they call court. It's a fear, problem my any no. Oh, when the court, and what they are court to the
say a year way, I was your penny and valid a year, and yet a year be a boom rebiaso.
Embraso, and then boom, Brabiaso. And as a matter of fact, we are also happy, say, Omo de court in Prenu. Wow. The first one, Kumasi High Court. The second one, Accra High Court. Nina ye semia. Yeah. And a court, Ama ruling. The court had nothing against Ebusiampey going ahead to organize the funeral, or whoever going ahead to organize the funeral. And I think it's a good thing. And if you give me the opportunity, I will repeat and humbly appeal to Mama Akosia. Wow, say Omo representing no. They all have personal fights. If not with anybody at all, personal fight with Alaji Tupac. But it shouldn't be so. Yeah, you need Alaji Tupac in him, so or carefree mind. Ono she infa no we are see o. Obranam say we di moko ne nchene ache. What me say? Nto ono. Ochi ne fans akọ ne baby. Nto who cause a fighting no in the name of Lumba. That Lumba na who ne hu fi. Alaji Tupac she infa no. Ena Ghana ha so no yenye eyiye mprenu. It is not nice. Oh,
yeah, but
you can do something.
Mami Akosia say why ye na ye no match.
You can.
Do you think I know? Oh, say ye not just say the match the more money.
I'm telling you on authority, say Mami Akosia will never instruct anybody to go and do a second funeral for Nukuno. On your that. What me I say? Yes, even though Otiabruchino, on him say Ghana, Mamreno, Emma who finds her. Wow. But more so when it is coming from somebody I blame no. And then I watch that day I watch it live and on UTV, wow station UTV. Omo accuse apostle evangelist. Some the title no. Evangelist Papashi. Oh, they accuse evangelist Papashi wrongly. Say kuntaini na no onu ankasa ne maame he didn't attend. Oh, where a live program nyame na America a reporter speech. Okay, onu ane maame funeral he didn't attend. Emma osa organize a year foforo wa bra ne maame enda adakam.
And people problem, man.
Exactly. So people were saying, say, any onshe, nada do Lumba de so when repeating the same mistake, no, yeah, no. Well, unfortunately, men shall after that UTV appearance, whether he's entertaining that idea of Musan Koye Fino from Musan Koye Fino Fufuro. If that happens, then you are giving room for people to think, say, when there's one, can eja petrol di good gem. And it is never coming from Akosia because one person why you be that. The one person mommy crowd they are experimenter. And that room at the end there easy for you to organize a second funeral.
Papa she and
exactly because on why experiment that. You get it? On one mommy or the experiment that. And they say, Obi, on an abin there, and they're very easy to organize a funeral. Now, let me give free advice. What they can do to also pacify their soul is to have a memorial service. Do you get it? You do a memorial service, not a funeral.
Okay.
Yes, memorial service and a memorial concert. Okay. Now, but to say you are coming to organize a funeral, another funeral, phobia we will not see no. Yente na bakosam da. Did you get my point? It doesn't happen anywhere. And you see, young Koba, you know, so no. We also
because for them they are not for this a year way. Any siena see that Lumba, no more siena akoko. There are people who have also said a year when you be fitting of that number can calibano. Can say a national day a day, maybe 3 days or morning. Bisa and away there. I say I turn out to say akoko almost be too no.
no.
Do they have the
now
legal
have
right
they forgotten said they were issued? No, have you forgotten you were going to court? In the midst of court in media attended anyway, where were you going to get the 3 days? Yanda yamiase, at least omenya 3 days in pepepe. The funeral started on Friday. I'm telling you on authority. The funeral started on Friday. Friday, it was online. Omen break you non-stop. Okay? The funeral started on Friday. The main one was on Saturday. And they ended it today, which is Sunday. Sometimes we need to be appreciative to people who have spent their time. There were noble and honorable people attending the funeral. Ne sister, no, you see, now, I'm trying to use wisdom. Public. We make indirect speeches. Once we are appealing to Auntie Akosua, yes, ne sister and papa, she is so. I mean, Oduduna attended the funeral. We can say because of two people. Because of two people. Oh, because of two people. I've been saying, say, yeah, papa, Kwame despite. Yeah, papa, Foris upon. Okay. I saw Mr. Kane Japan. Daddy Lumba, ni body on any ball. And Jom Campon. You who attitude. Our funeral, and I say,
was there. Was there.
Yes. NDC government almost any delegation, Manukoe. Almost national chairman said attended the funeral. Into Uber public. Now by making utterances. Say your brother had been buried like Akukwa. You are also insulting the people who attended the funeral, the noble people who attended the funeral.
Okay.
As if they said you almost you get my point. But that is not so. The question is said, ne sister no ne papa she at the funeral, how different would they have organized a funeral to be different from near course? How different? Say any more. And yes, you still need people. You still need people to come and help you organize the funeral.
Okay.
And more importantly, so no. Nipa no almost share dates. Wouldn't kind of comment anyway, and there were suggestions say you take the date to 13th. Omunya 13th na and almost started court. So the organizers, how would they even have their peace of mind to organize a funeral? My making mistake. The funeral was not even organized solely by Alhaji Tupac. And the funeral homes. They have credibility. They have track record to organize funerals in Ghana here. They have track record to organize funerals in Ghana here. Any preparation that they did, the next day, no more preparation be on baby, no more cockot. And Nuntina Judge and the car said, funeral homes in a large to part near other boca. And there's a moon person funeral because of this 13th. And they cannot mabono. Mu make sure say mu betua mo. Because funeral na ye chena ya. Se mutumi tua mo dia. Mutumi tua mo dia because omo no mo nka say chenchena funeral na ye be ye. Mu na mo se mo pese mo ankasa na mo ye dia. And mu tua ska na mo no mo ko. And they all agreed. And they couldn't pay the money. And the funeral had to go on.
Okay.
But I'll say,
Mami show video we Alhaji Tupac okay we penny Alhaji Tupac because ono nkasa it's in a comfortable list said the kind Enti ebusia pedi Tupac no no de waye ne de enti ono wawie na aduma eno na omo esa kwasi adade adanyankopon ase so matimi esie omo ayie enti you say this is a successful ayie mo bi ankoye ayie obi advice antimam say amo ontie say obeye ayie foforo February mebo a
Exactly. Yet to send a sister no so Ghana for wholeheartedly. They love Daddy Lumba. Ebusiano should be happy. Should be happy, say. Ghanaians love Daddy Lumba. Even with 1 day notice, keke, 1 day notice. Ghana for F baby, and they went to Kumasi to attend the funeral. Yeah, Papa, despite more, they are very busy businessmen in Ghana. Almost say almost 1 hour krana. 1 million Ghana na aircon. And so Mujai Bibia Echo Kumasi to attend the funeral. Mihunana Kubun Samuel and Asifoina. They were all in attendance. And a whole lot of people. Kumasi people really showed their love. Wow. To Daddy Lumba. When it is just the funeral. I find a man for organizing memorial concerts. At the Ashen and Union. But once the person was exactly. Wow. Rather than you see, sometimes I hear advice. Wow, you hear good counsel. Yes, you hear good counsel to do things rightly. In the piano, you do the right thing at the wrong time. When you do buga buga, because we should also think about the memory of the great legend. Wow. And then the reputation of your family also.
Okay.
A better that the Lumba film, about public say, no, but as a person, for a great number of his years, he had distanced himself from the family. What me I say? Yes, the extended family, no one distance you way. In fact, as a matter of fact, now why you also a solo person. Wow. But maybe defending and then the extended family no one and I watch no way few that the Lumba as a person no Obia ma edin one that's say or a quiet man. He always want to live a secluded lifestyle.
Yeah.
Answer no be in the room no now or go straight to a specific place. Ofiwa no asan be them. And to me, one of some one said, the extended family, no watching on where she or Sanka Koya Nanka, only be most shiboma. Then they are said, why bias towards the extended family. But no, as a person, Osha and the wives, and then the Manquan and on him. Ubehuna just a music video, and now performing shows anyway. But pass Ubehunda the Lumas on and public fans, hardly will you even see him. And nipa no wewu yenda nyame ase for his soul. Now yen having in good thought. Anybody who will say bad things about that Lumba, you are not being fair to the person. Especially Obia wafa girlfriend won we ase. Now we are bema, now we did that Lumba terminal. You are not being fair to the person. Also away oba now wafa ukunechi and now boyfriend echi before. Now, all come bad things about that Lumba. You are not being fair to the person, especially when the person is dead and gone. Okay. He's not the first person now. When more than one woman. Okay, I am normal with human beings.
Okay.
Baby, yes. They don't come public with
Monday. Because Monday, our bigger conversation. So Will also is likely said the court. Say suit to see about Will no. And I said that Lumba anya will. Now say intercessor sessions kicking in, but I think matters or will. How will the properties be distributed? Why they want more rights? Mammy Akocha say what betting make us more right to property because send an American just to do a substantial contribution and a financial contribution. No, Mammy betting make us or more because I'm not more years a chair or dobroni. Also, nya more. You know, you have a coach now. You have no coach now.
You see, mostly no. Actually, we'll go into detail, but me any kakra. Mostly no. In PNDC law 111, it doesn't discriminate. Wow. It just wanted. There is fairness, there is equity, and that is what I've said. Auntie Akusia Sewa as a person, I love her so much. The woman is very calm. I did them a follow power. But sure, be anybody language. Say me market pa, Nkamete Odobroni Max kakrebi. Do you get it? Kakrebi because nipa na otro on a tribute to the man no. Nanka nyo maybe omunka so yi fit tribute.
Because
Yeah, yeah.
Ekutiano so is
Yes.
going, it's triggering. It was triggering to the
And
other side.
you're the fault. And you're the fault. Sometimes our handlers, no, omudi yenya.
No, but the council, I don't want to make us any fault. So, upon your direction, under your direction, your approval, your endorsement, and your actual tribute in India, it is your speech. It is a kutia bema, your dobroni na epi me kutiano, which was needless. What the mommy actually, won't say yadi, but you can't change the fact that mommy not saying why we are one awaba. It is a kutiano was completely unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. Court to me, I can say also,
Auntie, if you are what you mean,
it was unnecessary. It was unnecessary. They should have removed all the
Auntie, if you are what you mean,
hello, council. Oh, where in article? Okay, well, yeah,
and I may go supporting. Make what supporting my Kutia Kakana so Timodo Bruno so Kati Milano.
But they may back, then I may all kind of say, a Kutiano should have been removed. Do you agree? Hello, council. Oh, and then they're networking. Well, yeah,
okay. I'm my back.
Because officially,
what you mean, what you mean,
I'm a tonka. Me see, from
okay. So what I was just now we make it very valid point, eh?
What
you mean, Cassia? What you mean,
me tonka pa ambachokoso.
Okay, thank you very much. You were making a very valid point in rebuttal. Wow. Now me say for the first time, no, so I quiet. Until me hold it brief for no. But omo di nechi etro tribute to my omo mami di ne ho ya pa endra. I wish say enka sa side no nko so omo yi film. We a tribute. Wunim say fight so koso. Omo aye team A, team B. Until BB say no wo tribute amana. Your body language is very important. Men can be beer, or yeah, also call the other side. Are you getting my point? A one I made me feel say, Odobroni side, so no, they made a very big mistake. Maybe Obi should come out later and apologize or something like that, and then we move on because Obia a dia, and Abimuso a dia more than a bimu. And this Nyamia Adom. Now, court, there should be fairness, there should be unity, there should be peace. Ghana for Kasa some game brandy way idea. We least expect say on a bigger stage like that, comment to be up. I think that is the only way me him. That said, I don't think the wives themselves, harbored hatred towards each other. Yankasa na yedi echiri no na yakeka omutiri ele pimpim. Eye na ase no unze mi hu bi mo omo ana they were also supporting Odobroni afa na omo so be flexi omo manzas and so on and so forth. Ni na ehun hia. Oya sana you are causing more pain to the followers of Anti-Akosua Sewa. It is not good. And if it's a kono, yes, the most important thing, and I said, that the Lumba Apple Bra Ghana ha, or the Eniji Ashen Crawford Akumamu. There are so many people who can testify, say, through that the Lumba's song, Omunya boyfriend, any girlfriends. Me Nimkrano, year 2001. The person about the Omba na me ye project to every was of fun of alcohol. So my colleagues, na ba kwenya ge nti oba no ha time that Lumba no ndwom kwa And all that again. And I'm passing connection the fire. I know said there are more Ghanaians. That the Lumba no Germano. Omo de afa so e de nya girlfriends bebree. Ebi mo so de nya boyfriends bebree. Nipa no wewu. Moma yen hye na anuonyam. Wo a wo team akosua team odobro ne we ni ade no. Isi ano yakokora na chi. Yen da nyame ase said in the midst of difficulty, in the midst of Ghana for paying for not wanting to get themselves involved. Ghana you're paying for power. But Ogunim said these are family issues. Menshakura came public. So we don't want to involve ourselves in this marriage thing because they don't want to be blamed. What do I say? Ghana for paying for making sure say so that in future somebody will come and blame them. In the midst of all the atrocity, the pain, the difficulty, the divisions, Yenya will be in the person of Alhaji Tupac. Well, to step in and to ensure, say, Finra no bebaso. Men I feel say, Timmy to be Ninano. They should let bygones be bygones. They should appreciate the effort of Alhaji Tupac. Senior piano, he was doing it in the name of that Lumba and not his personal aggrandizement. And one thing leading to the other. Everybody would testify, say, Alhaji Tupac from beginning was not fighting anybody. He brought everybody on board.
Okay. Mamina as a council. Yeah,
he asked that they brought their representatives.
Although Bronima name for and distance your mom from a Kutiana and their way, your mom will throw a tribute to my mania dear. Because Brony and our cano. Usha lady no cranny dinner. She's not a fighting person. On your beer or pet a giddy. That should have been reflected in tribute. But I don't know, Tomo mucho tribute now. So personal sport. I did Obia fan personal, whichever side. I mean, but Mamina as a council. Mamina as a
PNDC law 1 now. Because
breaking it down.
That is fine. That is fine. That is fine.
You better about OKFM other radio stations. And you're breaking that PNDC law 1 will be saying any channel Japade according to Samrano. Now say Nipanos why a world they are PNDC law 1 but you come. Yeah, come not for that number because on the or no kind or so on the we are po akaya tiasi and kwan ben so na so betimi asua said about watchna wu na wanya we like better we Japade no wachi. Know that before you die. Person answer what tiasi no why we preko. So what tiasi we will be going to that through that Ochna and OKFM where they just because of a year anything nearby said they can allow you to park there. He's in a comfortable leave. He's in a comfortable leave. Yeah, man, I could just say,
Allah boss.
I go, yeah, man, I could just say, what's working in a year or no a year. She's already her own woman, dada.
Exactly.
Germany are born, so it's not easy. And you Ghana level nibio, Germany life, no. And you Ghana level nibi. So for her, baby, I will do no, and fahon. Almost say, oh, read the comment now. The lawyer is not reading the comment. On farm, who did the or maybe this anya then number man is car. Oh no, 1 hour beyond
and that's what we did matter. And that's what we did matter.
Oh, my for the person, they don't have standing in this case, but
I don't
read it and what did not attempt, you know. I mean, just say,
thank you.
That's baby. Question. Any attaining canon here and common in fact, you know, cry and go for ya no ma to see at the end, machine crab bread. Kill ya machine and casa crab bread. And where they like I'm saying, it was just by the way. But Jude, Samuka Jude was on Ayamami side from day one. And this is what he was saying from day one. From day one.
Think Okofa made crying a better than in chain for all of these years. No what's none in chain and then that's not a henwa. Only Paconi deserve be. Only Pacona or Sunday now was so crass there, and then the man so crass said deserve more. But let us, as a metie nkɔfoɔ kasa mu ne nneɛma a ɛkɔ so meame nkɔfoɔ bi nsɛm a ɔmo ka ɛne sɛdeɛ ɔmo si kasa tia yɛ maame Akosua Sawaa mete hɔ a na asɛ ɛyɛ mawerɛhoɔ kakra. Because whether we like it or not, right? Say court no say we know that there was an ordinance marriage prior to 2010. I'm not about to argue with like me worry signature DNA so. But in
Texas, why you know?
Me worry or Canada.
Canada, okay.
Signature bien baby. But also what I say. Exactly. I don't know, say the time constraint. And I say, Maame Akosua Sawaa lawyer na me and tender evidence nie. And just me dream who am say how is it possible?
Yeah.
Say yenina witness videos almost sign the family book even prior to this na me improve say your Maame Akosua Sawaa or ordinance marriage and say if say na your Maame Akosua Sawaa was married under civil under ordinance before 2010 then whatever your papa Daddy Lumba did was a crime. I say yen per se beka ade no SEC suye. So worry yes sister Dobrunio say oyede say no worry dada. As a German citizen. Let's not forget so on your dual at that time no on your dual citizen we keep
on your dual citizen I wouldn't have changed the criminality of it.
It was under German laws. What worry under German laws not only obi kotena. Not only the war, and not the under wedlock, and it happens all the time. But you cannot claim say what are you in the Pakana account. So what the coin for G or so much in sound so more it is a crime. Let us speak.
Okay, I'm understanding your point. Okay.
You are not even and I say, blemu and mano, blemu ya Maame Akosua Sawaa, blemu or Dobruni and the Kikaho. Why have we left Daddy Lumba out? The man who committed the crime. Ma papa na waka ema minuwe ya maame nom die nuaba etia bom no. It's like I said, we are ignoring what he did. And no I say me dwene ho ase menti ase nti and some way bru ha ne ayi hina and me e dey me yan say 2018 na ya Maame Akosua Sawaa threaten say ko pese ojai Daddy Lumba no. One proceed. Even at that time, Daddy Lumba who bit material. I was saying at that time, and Nanki a channel, Nanki didn't put Jina Mrakwain so. The example, among who says, so you're bear man, that's a worry. Would to me, you're perfect. Right, but to me, Kofa or Bafufro and Kasama worry naka, Mihira Mawarin under civil ordinance. It is a crime.
Okay. If you me too as ya, Nanka Daddy Lumba was say civil marriage now why German Nanka also good properly.
Properly. Because when Guno untimi me kan me say makohu Odobroni ebusia for the nsako nti makora you are committing a crime just by even thinking about it. It's your into so and ways.
In support my feeling. Thanks for the wonderful submission. One who I made the say also a legal person. Who sometimes who call the strictest sense of the law also. Now who did the abimuso de is here no I said Lumba, watching Lumba Nedia no so deaba. What do you mean I say? No more to also say his side of the marriage. And if you say you admit a marriage be a issue.
Does it invalidate the fact say oh my Ghana muno oma why wofie but Germany the oma why civil marriage and Germany the end does not affect the state of the marriage in Ghana.
One who yep lawyer Judy D. Who saw car say oh no you know one sign if that's Canada.
Sign it, sign it, BB, but you never see those documents
on the certificate.
The certificate that is given to you does not have a signature.
Okay. But the signature is on record in
it's on record somewhere.
Okay.
Very good. We needed
You know, I feel like say your mama judge or tuna cases ebiana asumdue or her known form of asumdue in her own perception, no, or known form of asumdue because you say the name of the game is evidence there, but my witnessing many rulings are you overlook the technicalities for justice to prevail.